Coffee and convo, y'all. Let's get it.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. I see the green dot gang is in full effect. Salute to all the members, non-members, everybody already here in the chat. I appreciate you guys. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me. A lot to talk about today, you guys. We are back at practice today. Training camp is going on right now. A lot to talk about, y'all. Jack Jones is having a day today. We are going to break that down here shortly. We're going to talk about our first unofficial depth chart that dropped yesterday. And I see a lot of people freaking out. I see a lot of people saying, oh, kind of, it's status quo. That's what it's supposed to look like. I want to be the first or one of the first people to tell you guys this first unofficial depth chart absolutely means nothing. Okay? Nothing. So just take it for what, as you are. But we will break this down today. We will talk about it. But it means nothing. It's too early right now. There's no preseason games. Training camp is still going on. There's nothing to really lose your shit about in terms of the depth chart. But there was some interesting names there lined up in the starting lineup, and we'll talk about that here very, very soon. And yes, you guys, we do have the 12 Personnel podcast also tonight. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Me, Sanjit, and Wasted will be breaking down everything Raiders related. And also tonight, episode 1 of the AFC West Roundtable, where I will be cooking other content creators from our division. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the AFC West Roundtable on YouTube. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great day for content all across the board. Salute to Grizz. It's funny, right? Because I was asked about camp bodies on yesterday's Coffee and Convo, which is hilarious because I said, nah, man, we got a lot of depth, on this roster. There's no real reason to look outside the building. And the next day, what happens, you guys? We go out and sign Dax. I don't know how you say his last name. Is it Milne? Dax Milne, apparently, right? Camp body, you guys. Nothing to truly see here. Former 7th round pick. Went to the Washington Commanders back in 2021. He's appeared in 28 games over his first 2 seasons, 15 catches for 120 yards, 1 touchdown. He also does help in special teams, punt and kickoff returner. He had some reps there in the 2022 season. Last year, he was on the IR all season long. So didn't see too much of him. This was a corresponding move. We did place defensive tackle Tamari Fox on the injury designation. So this is why we did add, Dax to the 90-man roster up to this point. So we did add a wide receiver in the mix, a guy that could potentially play some special teams as well. But I do believe that this is a camp body type situation. So is it Milne, Grizz? Okay, Milne. Is that how you say it? However you say it, I know I butchered his name regardless. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you guys, Jack Jones today, well, not just today, training camp in general is having a phenomenal camp. Today, he's already came down with 2 picks, you guys. First one, Salute to Logan Reaver out there at camp, you guys. He's been putting on phenomenal content for the nation here on Twitter and on 8 News now. 2 picks today. The first one on AOC, a short throw. He jumped in on a 2-on-2 work. Then on 11-on-11, Minshew overthrew a football over the middle of the field. Impressive leap for Jack Jones to go in there and grab the pick. So, and also, man, I'm seeing that he's active, not just within getting, picks right now, but he's just all over the place active for that defense right now. I think Levi put it out there. Let me see. There was something. I'll find it. And we'll talk about it. But once again, you guys, Jack Jones having a hell of a day at camp today, coming down with 2 picks, 1 on Minshew and 1 on AOC. So this is our corner 1, man. I am excited to see this kid work this upcoming season, building on what he did last year. 2 pick sixes, 1 against the Chargers, 1 against the Chiefs. Had a big season for us coming over from New England last year. This is going to be a guy I think that can take that next leap and become an all-pro type talent at the cornerback position. And sometimes all it takes is a different landscape coming over from New England to Las Vegas, the familiarity with Antonio Pierce, and you get Graham, a guy that, that just is a defensive-minded genius to help mold Jack Jones. We are in for a phenomenal season from our corner 1, man. Dan, I definitely agree with you. All-pro downloading, man. This is facts. Facts. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Salute to my brother, Thor. I will see you next week, my brother, as I will be in Vegas from the 15th to the 21st for the Raiders and Cowboys game, and the 20th Raiders practice, open practice at Allegiant Stadium. So I'm definitely going to stop by my big bro's house and, do our annual swim, drink, and eat party, man. My brother, him and Melissa, man, my sister, they do it up over there every year, man. So I'm looking forward to pulling up on you guys. Let me see. JC, damn, that's a hell of a conundrum right there. Is that how you say it? I definitely butchered that as well. Honestly, Docs, I have no idea how we're going to do. I would believe we are 4-13, and I believe we were 13-4. We shall see. We shall see. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to lean towards, our winning ways returning, man. With AP at the helm, these guys are bought in, JC, to the culture and what we're bringing to the table. Think about this, man. Look at the record we had last year with under the circumstances that was presented to us. First-year quarterback, rookie, Josh McDaniels fired, Ziegler fired, AP jumps in, Bo Hardig recalling the offense. And, we still had an okay record. We probably would have made the playoffs if we would have fired Josh before that Detroit game. But I digress. This is a better team, JC, on paper. We had a phenomenal draft class, and I expect a lot out of these guys this upcoming season. So I'm going to lean more towards the 10-7, 11-6, and maybe sneaking in for a wild card or just making the playoffs outright. But no on the 4-13, my brother. Oh, yeah. Shit, it's about to be a wrap. Hey, Thor, has anybody broke my record yet? I know I broke that record at your house. I need to see if that record is broken yet. Let me see. There you go, Caleb. I like that. If you have a formidable offense that's out there, man, that can score points and not struggle and kill drives like last year, I definitely can see us being 11-6. If that offense starts to gel, though, Caleb, I'm going to be real with you. We could win over 11 games. I'm going to be honest. If that offense gels and we get to rolling and it can somewhat match what that defense is going to do this year, we may be in for a nice ride this year, man. Hey, man. Hey, Tone. Hey, bro. I look at life, differently than most, man. Half glass full mindset for me, brother. So anyone that wants to kill me on the hopium train, be my guest, brother. I do not care. I am a Raider, and there's no way in hell I'm going to say that we're going to go out there and shit the bed this year. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, monolithic end of the day, man. Salute to DeMarcus. Real ones know. Salute. Hey, I don't have to sell anything, Louis, at all. I don't have to sell anything over here. You know what I mean? But I will be reading this, I will be paying some bills here in a little while. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my proud sponsor, BetUS. This live stream is powered by BetUS. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not selling anything. This is who I am. So salute to you, man, Louis. You know what I mean? I don't understand how people choose to be miserable over living a happy life. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy sometimes seeing this shit, man. As much as I've been through in my life, I shouldn't even be here right now, y'all. So every day is a blessing to me. Anything that I'm involved with, I'm hoping that anyone around me, my circle, my team, my family, I want everybody to win. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, be happy, man. God damn, bro. Some of y'all are just miserable human beings. And there's a lot of channels on YouTube that you would definitely thrive with, you guys. I'm telling y'all now, there's a bunch of basement dwellers on YouTube that you can go jump over there and jump on the toxicity train. A slew of them. Go over there and pick your poison, man. Salute to the chat, y'all. Salute to Raider DB, my guy. Thank you, NE, about that Glock 9 for our cornerback one. Talk that shit, DB. Talk. My God, brother. Appreciate you on a $2 holler, man. As always, you already know, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Salute to my brother, Pastor Raider, man. Had to flame another creator for talking crazy, and I don't normally do that. Yeah, man, don't waste your time on it, man. Don't waste your time on the pastor. Once you start going back and forth, it's just a never-ending story for these guys. You know what I mean? Leave it alone, brother. You are totally better than that, man. See my brother in the building, man. Hug. Salute to the my father himself here in the building. Almost 500 people. Salute. Green Dot Gang is definitely here in the building, man. You already know what time it is. Trap God preaching on these Raiders streets. Facts. We're going to go over our depth chart here in a second, you guys. Give you guys a few updates out there from camp. Once again, for those who have missed out on the first few minutes of the game, of the live stream, Jack Jones having a hell of a day at training camp today. Came down with 2 picks, one on Minshew, one on Aiden O'Connell. Minshew bounced back, I believe, with a TD pass to Bowers. I believe this was some red zone drills, but I love it, man. You love to see Bowers in the mix, right in front of Epps across the middle in team drills. Also, Jones baited O'Connell into a really bad interception. This is according to Vic Tafer, our guy out there covering the team out there training camp in Costa Mesa. Crosby and Kuntz both sacked Minshew. Who didn't love Max stripping the ball after the play? Minshew then hits White for a big gain on a screen. So the offense is getting to it. The defense is getting to it. This is what we've been waiting for, you guys. We're seeing a little bit of both, a little glimpse of both going out there and attacking each other, man. You love to see it, man. So salute to my brother Wasted Talent here in the building. My dog, my brother. Yes, and we will be live today for our 12 Personnel podcast. Salute to my dog. Salute to Niles. Appreciate you, sis. Raider for life. We bleed silver and black. Tell them Docs Raiders. Salute to my sis in the building. Been a member for 4 months. And salute to one of the GOATs over here, man. My guy, Intel. It's always a blessing to see my dog here gifting 20 OLV Raider Network memberships. Salute to my dog, man. Literally one of the GOATs over here, man. Welcome to the Green Dot Gang. All 20 new members. If you missed out on those 20, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do, man. Definitely salute to my guy. And let's bring this up, y'all. I want to share screen. Let's go over this depth chart that dropped last night. The first unofficial depth chart, okay, you guys? This is the first unofficial, okay? This is something that we do not need to worry about. We'll talk about it because it is Raiders news, but every year this is an annual thing, okay? They always drop the first unofficial. This means absolutely nothing at this point, okay? Nothing. I promise you guys, there's some easy ones here, right? You look at Devontae, you look at Colton Miller, Andre James, Dylan Parham, Thayer Mumford, those type of guys, right? You understand that these are starters. We totally get that, okay? And I seen some people freaking out about left guard, with Cody White here, there. Look, man, that is a Luke Getsy guy. He's been there for 2 seasons with Luke Getsy out there as the OC, calling the shots in Chicago, running the offense. This guy is being labeled the starting left guard at this point because Jackson Powers Johnson is still on the PUP list, you guys. You see he's right behind Cody White here on the depth chart. I still believe that Jackson Powers Johnson should be back soon. And come week 1, I believe he will be the starter. But if he's not ready to go yet, Cody Whitehair is a guy that, like I said, Luke Getsy trusts. He's familiar with his scheme. He's familiar with what he does, calling the shots on the O. So this is not a shocker here. You know what I'm saying? A shocker would have been seeing Corey Luciano as the guy, at left guard, or, someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing really to see here, nothing really to freak out about. Center, Andre James, Ben Brown is his backup. Will Putnam, the UDFA out of Clemson, the third guy there at the center position. I'm assuming that once JPJ is back, he probably will be the backup center. He'll be a guard / center on this roster. Right guard, Dylan Parham, move right back to his original position where he played at Memphis. Nothing to see here. Jordan Meredith right behind him. Love it. Clark Barrington, the rookie UDFA. He's there. Third in the depth chart at the right guard position. Right tackle, Thayer Munford. We all, thought that he would be the guy, at least up to this point. DJ Glaze is right behind him, and he's been getting some starting reps in training camp as well. Right tackle, Dalton Wagner right behind. Andrew Coker, TCU product, UDFA rookie, is there. Fourth in the depth chart behind all those three guys at the right tackle position. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams is the number one. Christian Wilkerson, who's been showing out at camp, right behind him at one position, you guys. So we're going to go over the wide receiver. This is not me saying Christian Wilkerson is wide receiver 2. This is just him backing up Devontae Adams. Jeff Foreman, we all know he had a knee injury yesterday. Didn't look good for the young fella, the UDFA rookie, hoping, everything, was okay and everything checks out, but it looked pretty bad. But he's right there behind Christian Wilkerson and Ramel Keaton, another guy that's been balling up to this point, which AP was saying that, he was reaching out to Edgar Bennett saying that he needs to get more reps with the second team. Tight end position, Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers, both starters, you guys. So this is clear cut right here, right? This is 12 personnel with the depth chart. It's funny that you see it like this, right? But literally they wrote this depth chart in 12 personnel. It's absolutely hilarious. We already know that Luke Getsy is going to be a guy that runs a lot of 12 personnel. I think he was 10th in the league last year in Chicago, lining up in 12. You know what I mean? So this is going to be an offense centered around that 12 personnel. So people were saying, oh my God, like they're both going to be starters. Yes, they're definitely both going to be starters. So Michael Mayer is going to be in for a big year. Brock Bowers, the number, our first round draft pick at 13. We already know what he can do. But yeah, man, 12 personnel here, live football in the flesh, you guys. This is going to be a heavy 12 personnel ran offense. So Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers will be the starters at the tight end position. That means most of the time you probably will see Brock, if he's not there lined up in 12 at the tight end position, you'll probably see him a lot in the slot. You'll see him at the H-back position. He'll also be getting some reps in the run game, and you'll see him also outside a little bit. He'll be all over the place. Backing up Michael Mayer, Harrison Bryant, the veteran that came over in free agency. Good to see. John Samuel Schenker, I believe this is his second year, right? Don't quote me on that. I believe a former Clemson product as well. I could be wrong about that, but we haven't heard too much about him. But he's there third behind Michael Mayer at that one tight end spot. Backing up Brock Bowers, Zach Gentry, another big body tight end that may make this roster. We're running a lot of 12 personnel. So do not be shocked, you guys, if we carry a lot less wide receivers this year and carry more tight ends. I wouldn't be shocked if this year we had four tight ends out there, on the depth chart. I can see a world where we have Michael Mayer, Brock Bowers, Harrison Bryant, and Zach Gentry, or Cole Fotheringham, on the active roster. You know what I mean? So this isn't going to be a situation where like when we usually carry a slew of wide receivers, we may carry less because of the addition of Brock Bowers and that 12 personnel offense that we're going to be running. Jacoby Myers, wide receiver 2, backing him up. Trey Tucker, who's been having kind of an up and down offseason. In training camp, he's had a big game or big practices, then a few drops, but I'm still expecting a lot out of him this year. DJ Turner right behind Trey Tucker on the depth chart, behind Jacoby Myers. I'm expecting a lot out of him outside of just Special teams, we shall see DJ Turner probably getting some reps at the wide receiver position as well. And Alex Bachman also there behind DJ Turner. Then you got Tulu Griffin, a UDFA that we've been talking about may make this roster as a special team, maybe a kick returner. We shall see. Terrell Bynum, another guy that we just brought over. I'm assuming he's going to be a camp body. I don't see him making this roster. The quarterback position is funny because they have Aiden and Gardner Minshew as the starters. So this is a clear way for AP and the Raiders to send a message, you guys. Sending a message. Who wants to win? Who wants that spot? We're still waiting for one of you guys to go out there and clearly take over the QB1 spot. I still have Aiden O'Connell as the starter come week 1. I know a lot of people are saying, that Gardner Minshew is kind of making waves now, and I still have Aiden being the guy, but who's to say? Who's to say? Gardner Minshew has kind of had an erratic training camp. One day he's out there flinging it. The next day he's throwing a few picks. We shall see once preseason comes around and these guys start getting some reps, some live reps at that. But I love the way they did this. They have Aiden and Gardner as the quarterback 1 on the first unofficial depth chart with Anthony Brown Jr. right behind, which he's had a really good training camp as well. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Anthony Brown Jr. being able to utilize his legs in training camp. And then you have our UDFA out of South Alabama, Carter Bradley there. I don't know if we're going to maybe hold on to him on the practice squad. I'm assuming that we'll probably carry 3 quarterbacks. I don't know if they're going to let Anthony Brown Jr. go because he provides something that the other 2 guys don't. You know what I'm saying? The athleticism, utilizing his legs. Anthony Brown may make a case to make this roster. So we may carry 3 quarterbacks with Carter Bradley potentially on the practice squad. And then you look at the running back position. This is pretty much where it was going into the season. After the draft, Zamir, the number 1 guy, Alexander Madison came over to be the running back 2. Amir Abdullah, the 3rd down back with Dylan Lauby breathing down his neck. And I do believe once week 1 comes around, Dylan will have that spot as the 3rd down back. But right now they have Dylan, the rookie out of New Hampshire, as the 4th guy on the depth chart with Britton Brown and Sincere McCormick coming in at 5 and 6. 2 guys that, you guys know I love Sincere McCormick. He was on the practice squad last year. Britton Brown was on the IR, a former 7th round guy out of UCLA. So it's going to be fun watching these guys in preseason, getting some live reps and seeing if they can find a way to carve out a roster spot. Then we get to the defensive side of the ball, you guys. Once again, a lot of this is fairly easy. You can kind of call this Max starting DE, Tyrese right behind him, Wilson, Charles Snowden, David Agoa, our international portal guy that came over, and Ron Stone Jr., our UDFA, is right there in column 5. Defensive tackle, our starting nose, John Jenkins started all 17 games for us last year. The veteran had a big year for us. Byron Young, who's had a really good offseason and is looking pretty good in training camp, right behind him. Matthew Butler, now in his 3rd year out of Tennessee. Been really quiet on the Matthew Butler front. So it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up in terms of potentially making the active roster or being a practice squad guy. Noah Shannon, a UDFA right behind him, and Tamari Fox, a guy that was just waived on an injury designation there as well. At the other defensive tackle position, Christian Wilkins, clear cut. We already know what time it is. Adam Butler, clear cut. He'll make this roster. Another guy that had a big year for us last year. Marquand McCall, another guy that we spoke about a lot. Don't know if he's going to make this roster, but he did come over from the Carolina Panthers last season. Big body guy out of Kentucky that, I was hoping can make this roster. We shall see. And the nested Jade Silvera is there at the end of the depth chart. So, it's going to be very difficult for the ASU guy to make this roster with how deep that defensive tackle group is. At the other defensive end position, we have Malcolm Kuntz, clear-cut starter, Janarius Robinson, another guy that we know that they think highly of out there in Las Vegas, Ellerson Smith as the 3rd option behind Malcolm Kuntz, and TJ Franklin, the UDFA, I believe, that came over from Oregon. He is there as well on the depth chart, 4th behind Malcolm Kuntz for that left defensive end spot. So outside linebacker, you guys, clear cut here. Divine Diablo and Robert Spillane are your starters. Luke Masterson right behind Divine Diablo. Kene Muwaga, always butcher his name. Another guy that I don't know if he's going to make this roster, but he's there third on the depth chart behind Divine Diablo for one of those spots. Amari Gaynor, UDFA out of North Carolina. Let's see. Will he make this roster? We shall see, but he's at the end of the depth chart with one of those linebacker spots. At the mic, Robert Spillane is the clear-cut starter. He will be the green dot going into this season with Tommy Eichenberg behind him on the first unofficial depth chart. We're expecting a lot out of our first-year guy at Ohio State. And then Amari Burney, second-year guy out of Florida, 6th-round pick. We're going to see if he can find a way to carve out a role on this roster as well. He's third on the depth chart at the Mike position behind Spillane and Tommy Eichenberg. And then you look at the 3 corner positions, you guys. This is interesting. Nate Hobbs right there, starting slot guy. We got MJ Devonshire, a guy that I'm very high on, 7th-round guy out of Pitt that has been having some pretty good days out there. Training camp, came down with a pick the other day. Keep an eye on him. He is right behind Nate Hobbs on the depth chart at the nickel spot. Woo Governor, UDFA, interesting name to keep an eye on as well. Then you look at the other 2, Jacorian and Jack Jones are the clear-cut starters at this point. Brandon Faison behind Jack Jones, Cornell Armstrong behind Brandon Faison. And then we got Jaquan Shepard out of Maryland, our UDFA, who had a top 30 visit with us. So there was a lot of interest in bringing him in. So it's going to be interesting to see if he makes this roster. I think he's going to be a practice squad guy, a developmental talent. So I don't think he's going to make a roster. He's going to get one of those roster spots, but we shall see. Jacorian, one of the starters. Great to see he'll be our corner 2 with DCAM, with Richardson right behind him. Is having a great camp, you guys. Antonio Pierce, every time his name is mentioned, his eyes light up. They love his measurables. They love his skill set. So we shall see if he can make some waves this upcoming season. Sam Webb right behind Rich. And then we have Rashad Williams, Texas Tech product, another UDFA at the end of the depth chart at the corner position. Free safety and strong safety. We already know who our starters are. Clear-cut Marcus Epps, Trayvon Merrick. They do have Isaiah Palomar, who is having a phenomenal camp up to this point. Right behind Trayvon in the free safety position with Jaden Grant, former UDFA. I've been hearing great things about him as well. With Phelan Sanford, another UDFA, 4th on the depth chart at the free safety position behind Trayvon Merrick. And right behind strong safety, right behind Marcus Epps, we have Chris Smith, who has a long way to go to make this team with Trey Taylor, a rookie, 7th-round guy at Air Force, our guy, friend and family of the show, 3rd at this point at the strong safety position behind Marcus Epps. AJ Cole, Daniel Carlson, kind of easy. Jacob Bobamore, kind of easy, long snapper. And then right up to this point, we have Amir Abdullah as our kick returner with DJ Turner right behind him and Dylan 3rd on the depth chart as a kick returner. I think things will change here, you guys. I do. I don't think Amir Abdullah is going to be returning kicks. I could be wrong, but maybe that's where his bread and butter is. We shall see. With Trey Tucker as the punt returner with Amir Abdullah backing him up. So interesting. A few of these spots. But I don't think that a lot of this is shocking. And once again, you got a lot of this will change here in the next few weeks. So stay tuned once preseason gets to rolling and we get to see some of these guys getting some live reps. We'll see a lot of this change here. You know what I mean? I do not believe that Cody Whitehair will be the starting left guard, but it's going to be interesting. If JPJ is not ready to go, maybe he can be. Maybe the veteran will be the starting left guard, or maybe they move Dylan back to the left side and they look elsewhere at right guard, maybe potentially DJ Glaze. Who's to say? That offensive line is going to be interesting the way it shapes out, but this is where it looks like up to this point. DeMarcus, and salute to Intel once again on the 20 memberships, brother. I appreciate you. DeMarcus, this is the thing with so many options that we have on the offensive side of the ball in the passing game. Initially, I was like, I don't want to see Trey Tucker out there. You know what I'm saying? But now with the addition of Brock Bowers, I don't know if Trey is going to get a ton of production at the receiver position. Initially I was like, I don't want to see him out there because I don't want to see him get hurt and potentially, turn that wide receiver group, turn that depth inside out at the wide receiver position. Now with Brock Bowers and, Guyton is back as well, you guys. And I don't know if he's going to make this roster. Only time will tell. But I'm not against it. I'm not against it because we have so many options. Michael Mayer is going to have a big year. That 12 personnel was real. Brock Bowers is going to be all over the place. And we already know Devontae and Jacoby are going to eat. Dylan's going to get his in the passing game. I'm expecting Zeus to have a surprise year in the passing game also. So I wouldn't be shocked if Trey was back there returning kicks. And like I said before, initially I was kind of against it. But, hey, man, I'm all for it. Put the best player out there, and I'm just worried about Trey dropping the football, man. He's had problems securing the football. And, that was one thing that we were worried about with Hunter Renfrow back there returning kicks was, is he going to fumble? Is he going to fumble? Is he going to get absolutely destroyed, in special teams? Only time will tell, but we shall see. But I'm not against it up to this point, especially with the addition of Brock Bowers out there. East Coast Gridiron, my brother's in the building, man. Salute to my dog. Can't wait for that show tomorrow, man. We're going to have a good one with me, you, and Big Mike. Salute to my guy, East Coast Gridiron. Trap God, stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. The one goated thing that he did was absolutely blowing up that play on that fake punt against the Chargers. Other than that, Trap God, I love you, King, but stop the cap. Outside of that one play that he blew up, it's nasty work out there in these streets. We were worried about that guy every time he was out there returning kicks. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, as always, you guys. Do we have a presser? Do we have a presser? Once again, you guys, training camp is going on today out there at Costa Mesa. I believe it is almost over. We kind of went already over the highlights that already occurred. Jack Jones is having a phenomenal day. 2 picks, one on AOC, one on Minshew. He is out there having a hell of a training camp right now, man. You love to see it. Also, Logan Reaver put it out there, some good and some bad from 11 on 11s on the 2-point conversion work, 2 holding calls on the offense. So they're still trying to figure that thing out, on the offensive side of the ball. After the whole, Gardner Minshew fired a 12-yard conversion pass to Brock Bowers on a TD on an out route. So, some good and some bad on the offensive side of the ball. Let me see. Do we have a presser, you guys? Do we have a presser? I know we didn't have one this morning. Yes, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, and Andres Pete. So let's go. It'll be live in 30 minutes. So we'll see if we're still live or not. And if not, we'll talk about this tonight, you guys. Definitely we'll talk about it tonight on the 12 Personnel podcast. That's probably what we'll end up doing, just talking about the presser tonight. It's live in 30 minutes, y'all. Let me see. Yes, salute, man. Salute to the 500 people here in the chat, man. Actually, we got 700 people here. Whether you're watching on Twitter or you're watching on YouTube, man, do me a favor, you guys, wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button, man. And if you guys want to become Green Dot Gang, hit the link. It's pinned up top. Become a member. Definitely helps what we do over here a lot. Get some questions in, you guys. Get some questions in. This isn't going to be a long live. I just kind of wanted to give my take on the depth chart. We're going to save a lot of content for tonight's shows because we do have the 12 Personnel show and we have the AFC West Roundtable show. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. That's just hilarious. Hold on, y'all. Real quick, let me do something. Salute to everybody here in the building. Real quick, y'all. Hold on real fast. Pause for the call. All right. Salute to Hug, man. Appreciate you for being here, brother. As always, I was having a little problem on Wi-Fi. We good to go, you guys? We good? We good? I had to turn off a few things just to make sure that we're good to go. Chat game questions. Several of you really pushing for Minshew over Aiden. Answer me this. Is it just the mobility? Minshew is 15 and 22 lifetime on his fourth team. Aiden is 5-5 on a rookie year. Love it. Love it. Good question for the nation, man. Salute to the chat. Reese Rock is here in the building as well. Salute, salute, salute. Yes, ITK, he definitely was. He was pretty far down the depth chart. I believe he was, what was he? He was at the tail end of the depth chart. But once again, this is the first unofficial depth chart. So I think the way he's making waves at camp, he'll probably end up moving up the ladder here shortly. We'll see in training camp. ITK at the end of the depth chart. Once again, another guy that was at the tail end of the wide receiver room. So he has a lot of work to do to make this roster. Bay Money, man, it's all love, bro. It's not about that, King. Just thank you for being here and appreciate you for rocking with me, brother. Just do me a favor, man. Be a subscriber and just wipe your feet, man. Hit them thumbs up. That's all we ask for over here. Let me see. Salute to AP, my guy. Docs, what's your feelings about when should the Raiders choose their starting quarterback? We all want to know what's up. I'm thinking before the last game of preseason, give them both as much time as possible. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen right here. AP, I think it's going to go all the way into the last preseason game against the Niners before we name our starter. I think AP wants to see these guys go out there and get as many reps as possible before he names the starter. So I think that they hold on to this very close, tight knit to the chest before they name the starter. I think that this goes on for a while. I don't think we're going to see the starter, the name of the guy starting for a long time. It's going to be a while. I could be wrong, but I'm just giving my take on it. I think that it's gonna take a while. Come on, man. I used to live over there, man. I used to live in Countrywood Apartments across the street. Big T. I used to live in Aspen Apartments across the street, man. Come on, man. Let's go. You already know. Hey, Big T, while you over there, man, go next door to the Metro store, man. Give me, grab me one of those Metro joints, man. You know what I mean? And then hit the liquor store on the other side and give me an old school 40 ounce of Mickey's, man. You know what I mean? If you can. And then after that, double back to the end, of the plaza and go hit 7-Eleven and get me one of those blue and red Slurpees, man. Put them together, man. Mix it up for your boy, man. You already know, man. Salute to my guy, man. My dog is in my old hood right now. I love to see it. Salute to Rick Glenn. Been a while. Things been busy, but ready for the season. Raiders. Salute to my guy, Rick Glenn, here in the building, man. Donated $5, man. Appreciate you, brothers. Always good to see the OG Rick Glenn here in the building, man. Salute to my guy. Ivan, we did talk about us signing wide receiver Dax. I think this is a camp body situation. I don't think there's not really too much to look into that, to be honest with you. Yeah, LT. I've lived in every hood, man. Every one of them. Every one of them. Down Florin Road, lived in every hood. Down Fruit Ridge, lived in every hood. I am South Sac to the core, man. Salute to all my people out there in Iraq. Salute to JC. I'm concerned about the offense. Developing enough chemistry and knowledge of another new offense. Is Getsy that guy? And can our quarterbacks punch above their weight? Can our O-line mesh? I believe they will, man. And once again, I'll say it, JC, I've said this a few times. This system, this scheme is a lot more simplistic than what we were running before. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a Josh McDaniels where every single thing needs to go right in order to run the offense effectively, right? I'm talking about one misstep in your route running and the play may get blown up. Like, that is Josh McDaniels' offense to a T. You know what I'm saying? This is a different type of offense, JC. That 12 personnel was real, a lot more simplified. We're going to run the football a lot. Trust me, man. I understand the question marks around why you have for this offense, and I think a lot of people do. There's a lot of question marks. Can Zamir be the guy at the running back one position? Can this offensive line gel in year one? I understand. I get it, but trust me, bro. It's a lot more simplistic. These guys are going to be okay, man. Let's get through a few preseason games before we really, really start getting worried about Dio. You know what I mean? And salute to Mama Trey in the building. As always, Mama, it's good to see you here in the building. Everyone give Trey Taylor's Mama Trey some love in the chat, man. It's always great to see our family, Courtney Carwell, here in the building, man. Salute to Mama Trey. Salute to Mondo. That content. My guy, man. My guy. Yeah, and that's what it's going to be, Dan. A lot of that. Run to set up the pass. Run to set up the pass. AP wants an identity on the offensive side of the ball. He wants a bully on the offensive line, and he wants a bully run game. And that's what we're going to provide here. That's what it's going to be. Just a bunch of monsters on the offensive line with guys that are going to run through opposing defenses. Just run to set up the pass. Facts. I love that 10 commandments. Play action ball control. Short passes, yak yards will be premium. And there you go. And we have a lot of guys that are on this roster that are yak monsters. Brock Bowers, yak monster. Michael Mayer, yak monster. Jacoby has been a yak monster. Trey Tucker up to this point, he's our deep ball threat. The speed, definitely is something different. He adds something different to this offense. Another guy that could potentially be a yak monster this year. I don't want to act as though he has been one up to this point, because a lot of those times, last year we looked at him in this offense. A lot of he was diving for the football, deep gains, but it wasn't a lot of yak. I don't know if Trey Tucker can be that guy, but we already have a ton of other guys. Devontae as well. And then Dylan can provide that also out of the backfield in the passing game as well. So I'm excited. Yak, yak, yak. I need to make a shirt, man. I'm going to make me a yak shirt. Real talk. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. As always, salute to the chat, man. The greatest chat in YouTube history. Oh, okay. Hug got me. He said, I got you a yak shirt, Docs. Let's go. Lonnie, get out of here. Get out my chat, man. Get out my chat, man. We got a Bears fan in the building, man. Salute to my brother Lonnie, man. DeMarcus, Graphk from Tashawn Reed. Trayvon Merrick just picked off O'Connell during 11-11 drills. These Raider QBs are rough. Once again, it's going to take some time for these guys to gel, man. It is. It is. And once also, DeMarcus, it says so much about our defense. This is a bully that we are building on the defensive side of the ball. It's only going to make Aiden and Gardner Minshew that much better. Let these guys, make mistakes in camp. So when live reps come around, they're ready to go. This is a tough defense to face day in and day out of training camp, you guys. It's very, very tough, man. So, take the good, with the bad. There's going to be some good. There's going to be some bad. I expect this defense to go out there and do this. Trayvon Merrick is in his 4th year. His rookie deal is almost up. We expect him to go out there and make these kind of plays. Aiden O'Connell, 2nd year. Rookie deal, 4th round guy. He's going to go out there and make mistakes. Gardner Minshew, this is who he is. We've said this a million times. He is a gunslinger. He's going to go out there and make some mistakes, and then he'll make the defense pay for it on a later date. It's good and bad that goes with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. So look, man, that's a win for the defense. That's how I'm looking at it. It's another win for the defense. Yak are built on downfield blocking too, and there you have it. There you have it, Rick. And I feel like Jacoby is one of the better blocking wide receivers in this league. I think Brock Bowers is going to be one of the better blocking tight end / slot guys / H-backs, in the league. I think that Harrison Bryant is an underrated, blocker in the tight end game. I think that Michael Mayer was showing progress in his blocking ability at the end of the season. I think it's going to be a big year for him as well in the blocking game. So you are right, Rick. Definitely a lot of that is downfield blocking. And I think we have a lot of guys that are willing blockers that are going to go out there, man, and help, with the yards after the catch. Salute to Rick Glenn on a great $2 donation, man. Salute to my guy. Grizz, you ain't lying. We see every year camp heroes becoming bums in regular season and vice versa. You ain't never lied. I'm not going to go as far as calling them bums, but I will say I agree with you, right? Years prior, we were all high on Keelan Doss, another guy that is a Raider now. Right? We were like, oh, man, this is one of them ones. Y'all remember Chris Warren Jr.? For the OG Raider fans, years prior, that guy was having a hell of a preseason, hell of a training camp. We were like, Chris Warren Jr. is going to be that guy for us at the running back position. And the next thing you know, he's gone and nowhere to be seen. So it happens. It happens. Oh, Chris Warren the third. Okay, I thought it was Chris Warren Jr. So there you go. Salute to my brother Jason Hunter correcting me, man. Appreciate you, King. You said Logan put it up? All right, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. I love when Logan Reed puts up his notes for the day. Let's go over this real quick, you guys. Salute to Logan Reed once again. If you guys are not following him on Twitter, Logan Reaver works for local station out there, 8 News Now, Las Vegas. So here it goes, you guys. Some notes from camp from Logan Reaver. 11 on 11, 2-point work. After holding, Minshew to Bowers 12-yard conversion on an out route. Minshew incompletion in the back of the end zone. Another Crosby pressure. Regular work, Zamir rushed for 15-plus yards. Love to see it. Bowers rush blown up in the backfield. Minshew to Myers over the middle for 10 yards. Minshew to Trey Tucker, short screen for a short gain. Jack Jones pick on Minshew on an overthrow over the middle. Minshew short gain to Christian Wilkerson. Malcolm Kuntz, a sack on Minshew with Crosby right behind as well. Epps pass breakup on Minshew, throw to Bryant over the middle. Minshew to Abdullah in the flat for 5 to 7 yards. Minshew drop, snap, fumble. Hate to see it. Madison short gain. Minshew to Bowers over the middle for 15 plus. AOC deep pass to Myers for 30 plus yards. You love to see it. Wasn't really hearing too much about AOC in these notes. So it's good to see a 30-yard plus gain with Jacoby Myers. Kuntz, another likely sack held up to avoid hit. Abdullah's short catch. AOC sideline pass to Jacoby Myers so that they're building that rapport once again in year 2 for 5 to 7 yards. And then AOC threw a pick to Merrick over the middle intended for Bowers. So salute once again to Logan on the notes for training camp today. So there you have it. So some good, some bad, some ugly. AOC has some struggles and he has some nice reps, a 30 plus yard gain to Jacoby, our wide receiver 2. And then once again, Gardner Minshew with an up and down day at camp as well. Getting sacked a few times, throwing a pick. But yeah, there you have it. Ace says, Super Bowl take. DJ Glaze takes starting right tackle. By start of the season, and Mumford becomes our official swing tackle. I wouldn't hate it, Ace. I wouldn't hate it. The better player, if you're the better player, win the job. But the only way I see Glaze starting at right tackle, and I could be wrong, this is just my take, is if Colton is not ready to go by week 1. Then you move Mumford to left tackle, and you got Glaze starting on the right side. So something to keep an eye on with Colton and JPJ on the PUP list still. But if Colton is not ready to go, which I do believe he will be, I know he's been in the playbook like crazy. He's been working out, trying to get back. But the only way I do believe if Glaze starts at right tackle is if they got to move Mumford over to the left side because Colton's not ready to go. Hey, Raider. I love it, man. I love it. Bro, he's a Raider. We're rooting for him, man. We are rooting for him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if he wins, let the best man win. Look, you guys, I have Aiden winning the job. That doesn't mean I like Aiden O'Connell better than Minshew. You know what I'm saying? Look, whoever makes this team, whoever can get more wins for this team and put us in play to potentially make the playoffs, give that man the job. Definitely. Graphk, how many INTs this year in camp? Last year we waited until week 3 at camp for a pick. Let me say this. In years prior, our defense was not the way we have. This is not the same defense that we've had or we're accustomed to having in camp in years prior. So, but there's been a lot of picks. Gardner Minshew has thrown a lot. Aiden has thrown his share as well. But I know they've thrown at least 10 plus in camp at this point. And I think that Gardner Minshew has thrown more, being the gunslinger and taking more shots. A lot of AOC's production, it seems like up to this point, has been short, intermediate passes. And some of the picks that he's thrown was kind of like just a lot of pressure on him, just throwing it up, trying to make some things happen in camp. But yeah, I think there's at least been 10 plus up to this point. But yeah, in previous years, the defense, nose ring, y'all, no booger, nose ring, no booger. Yes, you guys, Devontae is still out of training camp. He's waiting on the birth of his first son. So, but Devontae doesn't need to be out there. He is very familiar with this system. I think that he is a major reason why Luke Getsy is there in the building helping the O. Is familiar with him with his time in Green Bay. I believe they had two years together out there in Green Bay. So, yeah, I'm not worried about Devontae. He'll be ready to go week 1. Not really worried about him missing training camp and all that good stuff. And some things are bigger than football, and definitely the birth of his first son is way bigger than this. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button real quick. Let's pause for the cause, y'all. Salute once again to our proud sponsor, BetUS. And salute to everybody that's been going over there, hitting the website and supporting what we do for all our gamblers out there. Mind you guys, gamble responsibly. We're not telling you guys or trying to make you guys go do something that you don't do. If you gamble responsibly. But let's pause for the cause real quick, y'all, for our proud sponsor over at BetUS.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.
Once again, for all of our bettors out there in Raider Nation, if you're looking for a new book this football season, BetUS has you covered, man. The fastest payouts in the industry, 125% sign-up bonus, up to $2,000 or 200% crypto deposit bonus, fast and easy deposit and withdrawal process, 24/7 personalized service, 365 days out of the year, live wagering on all major games, best betting variety in the business. Get 10% off back on your net losses twice a year. 10% back on your net losses twice a year. Who else does that, man? If you didn't know, also BetUS can give you your own personal account manager, man. Go over to BetUS. My personalized link is down in the description. Tell them I sent you. Salute once again to our proud sponsor, BetUS. And if you guys are going to gamble, make sure you gamble responsibly. Salute, salute, salute. Let me see. Now that the bills are paid, let the show keep rolling. And here you go, man. Salute to Hug, my dog, in the building. Here's the link, y'all. Only gamble what you can afford to lose. Salute to my guy, betus.com/PA. And my personalized link, you guys, is in the description. In the description. Trap, definitely, man. I would definitely love to bring him over and talk about his time as a Raider. We had high hopes for Darius Philon. We did. I thought highly of him. I thought this was a guy that could have came over and he had some success at the defensive tackle position for us that year before the injury occurred. You know what I mean? But I know he was working his way, trying to get back, trying to get healthy. He was uploading videos left and right at parks or his backyard, trying to show signs of getting right. I believe he's officially retired now. I think I seen him on Twitter stating that he's kind of done. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would love to bring any Raider on, to top some football. I don't think I've ever reached out to Darius. I may do that. Mondo, they start tomorrow, brother. They start tomorrow. Football practice tonight. School starts for them tomorrow. It's weird. It starts Wednesday. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, man. I'm looking forward to having some time to myself during the day so I can do these shows and focus on just work. You know what I'm saying? So I love my boys. Had a lot of fun with them this summer. But I'm ready for them to get back to school, and they are too, man. Let me see. Is the presser on, you guys? I don't think it's on yet. Nope. 6 more minutes before it comes on. Let me see. 10 Commandments is interesting, man. It's interesting. Trap guys, I would be on BetUS for the rest of the day. Talk that shit, King. eBay, brother. I got it on eBay. I seen the old school logo. I was like, I gotta do it. I'm looking for one though with the gold trimming. I'm looking for that one right now. Get a few questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. Once again, this is not going to be An hour and a half, 2-hour long show. We have some things that we're going to talk about on the 12 personnel. Going to save some of that content for later today. And we do have the AFC West Roundtable also. So we have 3 live shows going on today. I wanted to do an hour, kind of give my take on the depth chart and talk about today's training camp. Not going to cover the presser today. I don't even want to go there with y'all right now. I'm just going to say I'm going to hold off on covering some of the pressers moving forward because, we got a lot of haters, man. They've been that are preying on your boy's downfall, man. So I'm gonna mind my business when it comes to the pressers moving forward. So I'll kind of set up my shows to do before the presser or after the show or after the pressers, and then we'll talk about it. I just don't want anything weird to happen. You know what I mean? Raider, definitely a coffee and Hondo is definitely on the menu here shortly. Let me see. Who are your top 3 UDFAs to watch in preseason? I like that. Now at this point, it's Ramel, AJ. I'm at the wide receiver position. I want to see Tulu Griffin. And another guy I want to check out is 2 guys, actually. Andrew Coker, TCU, offensive lineman, and Amari Gaynor. I want to see what he looks like, our UDFA out of North Carolina linebacker. I want to see what he looks like. Yeah, Trap Guy still will be back, man. He's got a lot going on with the family and stuff, so he'll definitely be back soon as well. Let me see. Get a few more in, you guys, before the presser starts. The presser will be starting here in about 5 more minutes. Yeah, we're just going to play it safe, you guys. I'm not going to, yeah. Insanity, man. Big Valboski, I may be at the Baltimore game. Maybe out there covering it. Salute to my family over at Vegas Sports today. My brother Mike and them. I may be out there week 2 covering the game. And then Tampa, me and Wasted are talking about going out there. New Orleans, talking about going out there. And then I believe we'll pick 1 home game this upcoming season as well. Let me see. Yeah, you too wild. All right. Salute, man. Once again, you guys. Make sure you pull up 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys, 4 p.m. Pacific. We will be live tonight with my brother Wasted Talent and my brother Sanjit T doing the 12 Personnel podcast. Make sure you guys pull up for that. Also, tonight, I believe, is it 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock or 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern time, we're doing the AFC West Roundtable show where I will be on live with the content creator from the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Chargers. So stay tuned for that. We have at least 2 more hours of content tonight, you guys. So stay tuned for that. On the way out, y'all, OakLosVegas.com. Go get you some drip. BetUS, my personalized link is down in the description. Go over there and support what we do over there. WoodsonWhiskey.com. Go over there and get you a GOAT bottle of that GOAT whiskey. And I'll see y'all here soon. Meet me in the presser chat, you guys. I'm going to go over there and watch. Salute to y'all. As always, love you guys. Appreciate you. On the way out, wipe them feet. Hit that subscribe button. Salute. One.
Jerome is coming up and he's going to blow the house out, but I had to get that in.